Okay, so I'm gonna show you to do 14 because it's easier to do in my opinion, so real quick, let me. So, first things first is that this is a triangular pyramid, which I believe is like a trihedron or something. I don't know. But that doesn't really matter. Because this is a pyramid, we want to find the base. And I know what you're thinking, how are we gonna do that if... Because the base has the same measurements on each side, the way I found the base was I just found like 3 lines that have the same measurements on each side, which as you can see is the 14, 14, 14. So now we know that this triangle right here is the base. And we know the perimeter is 14 times 3, which is 42, I believe. Yeah, because that's like 7 times 6. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's 42 is the perimeter of the base. Now, the next thing you want to do is, also, by the way, I'm pretty sure these tiny triangle thingies right here, if you see them, these thingies, I think they mean right angles, because that's the only thing that really makes sense. So, next thing you want to do is you want to find the slant height, and which is 9 because it's labeled. But another way you can figure out the slant height if you don't like that is that you know that because there's only 2 lines that are labeled, which means that in order to find like the surface area of the pyramid, you would need the slant height, the perimeter of the base, and the height of the base in order to find the area of the base later on. So you can figure out that this is the slant height based on the fact that this has to be the height of the base, because if you look, this is a vertice of the base, and it goes to here, to where this triangle thing is, which means that it's perpendicular to the base, to like this line of the base, and that this is like touching the vertice of the base, which means that this is the height of the base. Also, this is labeled with the L thingy, which means that this is the slant height. So the slant height is 9. So what we want to do is we want to multiply the perimeter of the base, which is 42 times 9, which is the slant height. And we will get 378, and then we want to divide it by 2 because you're supposed to do that in the formula for pyramids. And we get the lateral area, which is 189. So this is the lateral area, 189. And then we want to add the area of the base. And like I was talking about before, since the base is this triangle, we know that the base of the base is 14, because one line measures 14. So then we need to find the height, and you can see that since this is touching a vertex and it goes to this line, that you can see that this is the height, and it's also perpendicular to the base of the base. So we know that the height is 12.1. So we would multiply 14 times 12.1, and then we would divide that by 2, because when you're trying to find the area of a triangle, you always have to divide it by 2. And you would get 84.7. So we know that the area of the base is 84.7. And then if you want to add 189 and 84.7, and you should get, hang on, plus 189, 273.7, and we can check my answer over here. Yes, that is the exact answer I got. So now we know that for 14, the surface area is 237, or no, sorry, no, 273.7. Alright. There we go. So now that we have that, let's circle it. Now that we have that, we can move on back to 7, and we can figure out 7 real quick. So let's erase these. So first, for the pyramid, we want to find the lateral area. Now, if you remember, what to do you want to find the base to get the lateral area. So to find the perimeter of the base. So first, let's find the base. Now, you can see that since these three sides are all congruent to each other, that this is the because this is a triangular base, because it's a triangular pyramid, and you know because it looks freaking stupid. So you know that the base is this triangle right here, and it's 3 by 3 by it's three triangles. So, three lines that measure 3 yards. So we know since 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9, we know that the perimeter of the base is 9, and we can also figure out that the slant height based on number 14 is 9, or you can figure that out just by the fact that this has to be the height of the base, and that's the only other line this is the only other line that's labeled, which should mean that this has to be the slant height. So now we know the slant height is 2.2, so we would multiply 9 times 2.2, and we would divide that by 2 because that's the formula for the lateral area of a pyramid. So 9 times 2.2 divided by 2 is 9.9. So for number 7, you would write 9.9, and that is the lateral area. So next we have to find the area of the base, which is 1/2 BH, and we know that the base of the base is 3 yards, and then we also know that this is the height that's 2.6 because it goes from a vertice of the base all the way down to a side of the base, and it's perpendicular to it because of the tiny triangle thing that I'm assuming means right angles for some reason. So now we know that the height of the base is 2.6 yards, and that the base of the base is 3 yards. So what we can do is multiply 3 times 2.6 and divide that by 2. So 3 times 2.6 equals that, divided by 2 is that. So you would get 3.9. So now we know that the surface area is 9.9 plus 3.9. I know it looks like 9 times 9, I'm sorry. Gosh. And that it is 13.8. So I hope this video helped you. I gotta turn the camera off now before I run out of storage and this video gets deleted. So yeah, be right back.